10 Celebrities Who Hate the Queen Part 3. The Beatles. All four of the Beatles were made members of the British Empire, MBE, in 1965, but Lennon returned his honor 4 years later. I'm returning my MBE as a protest against Britain's involvement against our support of America in Vietnam and against cold turkey slipping down the charts. He wrote in a letter, George Harrison, another member of the Beatles, rejected being made an officer of the British Empire in 2000, 3 years after bandmate Paul McCartney was knighted. Honor Blackman. In 2014, she was offered the chance to become CBE, Commander of the British Empire, but she turned down the honor. They ring you beforehand to ask if you'd like to accept, and I think they were quite shocked when I declined, she said via Daily Mail. But since I'm a Republican, I thought it would be somewhat hypocritical to pop up to the palace. Not like Sean Connery, who accepted the knighted but never comes here, doesn't pay taxes here, and supported a yes vote in referendum. But I don't think he thinks deeply about politics. Jeremy Corbyn. Corbyn's controversial views on the monarch were made public. He was castigated by the media in 2015 after he refused to sing God Save the Queen during a Battle of Britain memorial event. And in 2017, an old interview was unearthed in which Corbyn called for the royal family to be dissolved. I think it's time we just move on and said, when the Queen completes her reign, wouldn't that just be appropriate time to call it a day and have an elected head of state? Corbyn told the GMTV via The Express. Philip Pullman. Pullman is anti-monarchy because of the personal burden it places on the royal family. No individual and no family should be subjected to the pressure of the public and expectations that have bested the Windsors. Pullman told The Guardian. He particularly lamentates the fate of Prince William, who had no life to look forward to, just a lifetime of prudent intrusions, misery, and unfulfillment. Pullman suggests a part-time monarchy, where a king could have a career of his own choosing and just report for ceremonial duties 4 times a year. Nice work if you can get that. Daniel Radcliffe. When the Daily Beast asked actor Daniel Radcliffe if he was a royalist, he answered no, not at all. I am definitely a Republican in the British sense of the word. I just don't see the use of a monarchy. Though I'm a fierce patriot, I'm proud of being English, but I think the monarchy symbolizes a lot of what's wrong with this country. The actor also added he was one of the many Brits offended by Prince Harry's decision to wear a certain uniform at a fancy costume party in 2005. My dad is Northern Irish and my mom is Jewish, he said. That's working blood. Though I'm not religious in the least, I am very proud to be Jewish. The Prince of Wales. The Prince of Wales is not ecstatic about Camilla, the new queen consort. Robert Lacey wrote, when Charles was deployed with the Royal Navy, he left knowing that he wanted to marry Camilla, but he did not have the courage to tell her. Without Charles declaring his love and knowing the realities of royal marriage traditions, Camilla accepted Parker Bowles' proposal. When the news hit Charles, he was obviously devastated. Charles wrote of his sadness to his uncle, Lord Mountbatten, that such a blissful, peaceful, and mutual happy relationship had ended. According to royal biographer Penny Jr., the prince also wrote to Camilla 1 week before the wedding in an attempt to convince her not to marry Andrew. Of course, we do know how this ended, now the queen consort with King Charles, so Andrew is probably, in hindsight, the one who's not too happy with Camilla here. The late Princess Diana. Diana recounted to Andrew Morton that during her honeymoon, she noticed Charles wearing some interesting cufflinks while getting ready for a white tie dinner. The Prince of Wales put on cufflinks that had 2 C's entwined. Diana confronted her then husband, asking, Camilla gave you those, didn't she? The prince responded defensively, yes, so what's wrong? They're a present from a friend. The late Princess Diana knew before she walked down the aisle that Camilla and Prince Charles still had deep feelings for one another, and we obviously know how the story ends. Harry. When the late queen announced that she wanted Camilla to be known as queen consort when Charles took the throne, when in the fullness of my time my son Charles becomes king, I know you will give him and his wife Camilla the same support that you gave me, and it is my sincere wish when that time comes Camilla will be known as queen consort as she continues her own loyal service. She said in a message marking her platinum jubilee. Prince William and Prince Harry's thoughts on Camilla? Well, former Vanity Fair editor Tina Brown recently told Telegraph William has accepted Camilla in terms of what she means to his father. He's grown up about it. My father loves this woman, I can't fight it, so I won't. Harry, on the other hand, can't stand her. He doesn't want Camilla to be a queen. He's very angry that it's happening. he has not made peace with it and probably never will. Meghan. You think that she would have made herself one of Meghan Markle's biggest allies behind the scenes, mostly because she was also in her shoes at one point, but that hasn't happened. Instead, Camilla has kept her social distance from the Duchess before it was even coined a phrase. This has, of course, in return not made Meghan too happy with the Queen Consort. Jerry Seinfeld. Talk of the Monarchs started to mount back in 2011 when William and Kate tied the knot. The wedding was a big deal given the prince's position in the line of succession. However, not everyone cared that the pair were getting married, including Jerry Seinfeld. The comedian referred to the whole thing as a circus act, while also calling the royal family a huge game of pretend. He said that people make out as though they're special, but in reality, it's just merely an act. It's fake outfits and phony hats. That's how he put it. Thanks for watching.